When you think about Kabbalas HaTorah, Matan Torah, the Har Sinai experience, overall the Torah being given to the Jewish people, the Jews were given 613 mitzvahs. In contrast to everyone else in the world, the Bnei Noach, who were given 7 mitzvahs, the Sheva mitzvahs Bnei Noach, the mitzvahs that the Jews presumably had before Matan Torah. Now one may ask, what was it about the Jews? What was it about these 606 other mitzvahs? Why did Hashem give the Jews so many more? What a almost extremely disproportionate amount of mitzvahs allocated to different groups? Why is that? What are we supposed to make of these statistics and of these facts? One may ask an interesting question, which is, what are we celebrating in terms of Kabbalas HaTorah? Some of the Torah was given beforehand. Avos had Torah. Many of the mitzvahs were given before. Much of the Torah was only given to the Jews later on. It took time throughout the desert to learn Torah, to teach the Jews Torah. And Dinim came along later on. The Dinim, the Rabbanan certainly came along later on. Presumably, Matan Torah is more than just getting a bunch of halachos, because some were given before and some after. And it's more than just a technical difference in our life, which is now we have a Torah. Before we didn't, now we do. What we're celebrating Shavuot time is what the Torah reflects. And if you look, the way the Torah describes the Har Sinai experience, there are these powerful psukim about nationalism. Vayisem li segula mikol ha'amim ki li haaretz v'atem tiyu li memleches kohanim v'goy kadosh. Hashem at Har Sinai made a bris, a covenant, where He chose us to be unique, a different nation. A nation who's magil lahem, who's entitled to, who deserves, who's appropriate for them to receive the Torah. Not just a particular dinim, but rather something that distinguishes us from all other nations of the world. What makes the rest of the nations have 7 mitzvahs and not 613. The rest of the nations of the world have a moral code to abide by. It's called the Sheva mitzvahs Bnei Noach. Klal Yisrael were made Hashem's nation, signed a bris with Him, entered into a covenant with Him. They shook hands that we would be His nation and He would be our God. And together it's our job to change the world, to teach it the values, the attributes, the midos of Kodesh Bricha. 7 mitzvahs, the Sheva mitzvahs Bnei Noach, keep people normal, keep people moral. 613 mitzvahs. Those are designed to create a nation who reflects HaKadosh Baruch Hu's values, His attributes, His midos. 613 mitzvahs are designed to transform people into a representation of Ratzon Hashem in this world. On Shavuot, the Kabbalas HaTorah, the Matan Torah we're celebrating is above and beyond the fact that now we have Torah. Because a lot of the Torah was given before and afterwards. What Matan Torah is a time where we signed a bris with Hashem, a covenant, a contract we made with HaKadosh Baruch Hu saying, we will be your nation. We will learn Torah, act upon Torah, cultivate ourselves with Torah, inculcate the values of Torah into our religious personas, to our religious personality. Represent your values as best as we can in this world. It was a national metamorphosis that took place. Not just now we were given a book. Our status, our religious status, our national religious status was transformed for all time. And here we are year after year, reiterating our Kabbalas HaTorah, not just with Lima Torah, although that's part of it. Not just with a value of connecting further to Hasamad and Lima Torah is part of it. But to reiterating, recalling, reminding ourselves, and perhaps even reliving the Aseres HaDibros, with the Kriyas HaTorah Shavuot this morning, where we say to Hashem, Naseh v'nishma, we will do whatever you tell us to do. We will listen to your words, cultivate them into our religious ideology, teach them to the world, and hopefully together spread the word of Hashem and of Torah to the world, ultimately cultivating into the coming of Mashiach. V'hayashim melech al kol haaretz bayom hu yashav echad u'shma echad. Chag Sameach.
Very good.
I think I danced.